Welcome to the show where we talk about whatever we want, whenever we want, and nobody cares.
Hi there, I'm Joshua, and this is my co-host and brother Eli, and
This is Podcast.
So, something happened Friday evening, shortly after we finished filming Friday's podcast. It was actually only a few hours after.
Yeah. Another celebrity death.
Another celebrity death, Muhammed Ali,
Yes.
one of the greatest boxers of all time, passed away.
Yeah. That's pretty sad.
That's pretty sad. It is pretty sad, and I say one of the greatest boxers of all time, and there's a lot of truth in that. You know, he really was an incredible fighter.
There's a lot of people that will say that, you know, he was a little cocky for even calling himself the greatest.
Right.
And I'm like, honestly, there comes a point when you can't actually say that you are indeed that. You know.
Well, in his prime, he was. And yeah, he was in his prime was cocky. He even got the nickname the Louisville Lip because of that. But I mean, in his prime, he was an Olympic gold medalist. And just went above and beyond. So, speaking of that time frame, about the time he got that, there's a kind of a famous photo of him and the Beatles. Have you seen that?
I have not, actually.
We'll put it up here. It's a pretty cool pic. It's just an interesting one that I don't think a lot of people have seen. It's just very interesting.
I know a lot of people, in light of him passing, have been talking about him. Obviously, it's kind of a trending thing right now. You know, they talk about the internet has trending things, and Muhammad Ali is obviously one of them, as his death has recently occurred. I know Arnold Schwarzenegger came out saying that Muhammad Ali was his hero in every way.
Billy Crystal is delivering his that's my kitty. Billy Crystal is delivering one of the people delivering his eulogy.
I didn't know that.
I guess they were best friends.
I actually didn't know that.
I wouldn't be surprised if Michael J. Fox
said something.
Because they did a campaign together because they both have Parkinson's.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if Michael J. Fox was part of that somehow.
That'd be interesting to find out. I mean, to be honest, I don't actually know a whole lot about Muhammad Ali because it's not really my area of expertise or anything like that. I mean, I know who he is, I know what he did and all that, but I don't know him other than that.
Right. So, well, here's the other thing is that boxing just isn't as popular as it used to be.
Well, it's different than it used to be, too.
Well, I mean, it's still fought at the professional level and still fought at the Olympic level.
Yeah.
But, you have the UFC, which I kind of think really has... WWE and UFC.
Well, UFC is really...
Which I know are different ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
I'm not...
Please don't.
They're not the same thing.
But,
they're different ends of the spectrum, but since the WWE's inception and the UFC's inception, those have become the kind of the primary fighting entertainment.
Yeah. Well, I mean, UFC is mostly MMA, isn't it?
It is all MMA.
Okay.
It's different guys, different disciplines, disciplines. Each guy having different disciplines, and then they fight.
Well, guy and girl. I mean, they're females.
Yeah. And WWE, of course, is just is
bullshit.
A show. Well, it's just a show. It is fake, and it is a show.
At one time, it wasn't. I don't think it was at one time. At one time, it was at least partially more serious.
No, even going back into the 80s,
professional wrestling.
Like when you had like the Iron Sheik and Jake the Snake and Hulk Hogan. They were all. It was all. Well, and that, I mean, it is entertainment. There was bad guys and good guys. The Iron Sheik was a bad guy. Hulk Hogan was a good guy. Yeah. You had bad guys and good guys, and professional wrestling, or at least WWE, is just it's a show. It's meant to be entertainment.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's that. But even UFC to some degree, even UFC to some degree is
hokey.
No, is a show. It's not that they're not actually fighting and not actually hurting each other.
So half the time it's media attention.
Well, no, I'm just saying in the ring, right? So like you have things like the Showtime kick.
Yeah.
Or the Superman punch, right? You know, the Superman punch, obviously you run forward, you jump, you arc, and you come down and boom.
Yeah.
The Showtime kick, you kick off
those are things you expect to see more in WWE.
Well, it's not that they're not real moves and that they don't really hurt the other guy.
Yeah.
But in a real fight, it wouldn't be my go-to move.
Yeah.
You're doing these outstanding moves because it's part of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Guys hurting each other and doing these kind of really cool moves, right? From teaching self-defense and teaching martial arts, from my standpoint, to me, it's always the simplest solution to dispatch my opponent. I'm not going to Superman punch my opponent. I'm going to look for an opening. I'm going to strike there. I'm going to strike. I'm not going to
strike there and strike hard.
I'm going to strike multiple targets on an opponent. I'm going to look for the simplest solution, the most efficient solution. Bruce Lee coined a term he called the economy of motion. Looking for the simplest solution that takes the least amount of energy and conserving your energy through the fight. So not saying that the guys in UFC are fake. That's not what I'm saying at all. And that they're not fighting each other. They are. What I'm saying is that they use moves, higher risk moves that are fancier, that look cooler, because it's part of a show. It's an entertainment. They are in the entertainment industry as much as they are in the sports industry.
I mean, I do. That's kind of one of the problems you find when you start making a lot of your money from the entertainment aspect, not the actual competitive aspect of it. And that's why the Olympics. That's kind of what separates the Olympics from like national championships and stuff like that. Is that the Olympics are still the athletes are true athletes who really are looking to be athletic.
They're sacrificing everything.
Yes, they sacrifice everything else in their lives to do pretty much everything else in their lives to do that.
Right.
They're not having to work at Subway on the side. That's what they do.
Yes.
And that's how it. That's the thing that kind of separates the Olympics from just about every other sport now. Because obviously most of the sports are in the Olympics, but all the other media outlets of sport, because so much of it is focused on how much media attention it's getting. UFC, WWE is heavily focused on the viewers, what the viewers want to see, what the viewers want.
Right.
They set up their fights in a specific way that hopefully if this person loses, more people will watch because they, and that's just kind of wrong to me. Is that no matter what it's about. Now I'm not really a sports guy or a martial arts guy, but if they did the same thing with music, if every time I wanted, and they have, so I shouldn't say if they did, they do the same thing with music. They have the problem with we've referred to it before as like cookie cutter style music or fast food music, where they're just barfing out crap music because they have to get it out on time for the media.
Right.
And it comes down to the same thing with the sports and martial arts, where they don't actually. Some of these people aren't actually training to win. They're training to look good.
Right.
And that's kind of what separates the Olympic, which is coming up soon. So we'll have to talk about that soon.
Yes, we will. It's the summer.
2016 Summer Olympics in Rio de Janeiro.
Yep. Something I find is a problem in the martial arts. The reason I don't teach like at a martial arts school, I teach privately.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I teach privately is that I find that a lot of martial arts focus on the sport of the martial art.
Mm-hmm.
And there is so many black belts out there that have this idea, or brown belts or red belts. There are so many people out there with belts that have this idea that they could defend themselves if they need to.
Mm-hmm.
And what they have, and that's false.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were taught a sport. I took Taekwondo.
Yeah.
But what I was learning in Taekwondo was the sport of Taekwondo.
Yeah.
In Taekwondo sparring, you're not allowed to punch in the face. Well, I know from teaching self-defense, I always tell people, 90% of men assaulting men, a guy fights a guy. 90% of the time, a face punch is the first move done.
Mm-hmm.
Is a punch to the face.
That's why you got this headgear.
Well, yeah.
Because they will, when we spar, we do go for the face.
Right, yeah. And I boxed enough, I boxed all throughout college, and I know that headshots are, something you gotta avoid. And so I think a lot of martial arts today teach the sport of...
Well, they teach you a watered down, Americanized version of things, like the...
Well, I think it's a sport of, and their focus is health and fitness.
Yeah.
And discipline. And those are good things. But they're not teaching you how to scrap in a fight. Fights get down and dirty, and you gotta know how to fight to defend yourself.
It's like the movie, at least the original Karate Kid movie, when there's the rival dojo and there's the kid, where the rival dojo is very violent and very they push for a more violent setting, that it's okay, that it's not about self-defense, it's about fighting. And really most martial arts aren't about that. It's about it's a discipline, it's about fighting, it's about all that stuff. It's not really about
the violence,
the violent aspect, the fighting aspect of it,
which is a good thing. The discipline and the health and fitness is good stuff, don't get me wrong, it's excellent. I just think that you also, if you're going to be teaching self-defense, you're going to be teaching people how to fight to protect themselves. You better teach them how to fight to protect themselves. Fencing's the same way. I mean, what's the difference between fencing and HEMA? Fencing is... Not right now, buddy.
Maybe in a bit.
In a little bit, okay? After lunch. He wants a popsicle. Fencing is a sport.
Yeah.
HEMA is, combat fighting, combat swordsmanship. In the same way that like kendo is the sport of katana fighting. Yeah. Not actual sword fighting. Now you learn the basics of actual sword fighting through those means. The footwork and the hand, the handling your weapon. But you don't learn how to fight in a real sword fight. Now, not that real sword fights happen, but
maybe they should.
I think the duel should be brought back, but that's a story for another day.
Yep. Well, talking about lunch, actually, I think we are running out of time.
We are running out of time.
So, well, until next time, I'm Eli.
I'm Joshua.
And this is Podcast.
Hey guys, Joshua here. Did you like today's episode? Let us know by hitting the little thumbs up button just below. And while you're there, go ahead and subscribe. Leave us a comment. We want to talk about the things you guys want to talk about, so let us know what you think about today's episode. And don't forget to share this episode with your friends. Also, check us out on Facebook at This Is Podcast. In the meantime, on guard.